Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarius soul family. Hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what we need to know for Aquarius sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Guys, these messages are general, okay? Take what resonates with you, leave the rest for whoever else is here for. That's how tarot works. Use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that are here for you today, okay? Please click that like button. Please. Please, please, baby, please. Okay? It really helps the channel out, you guys. It's a great way to donate, you know what I'm saying? If you want to. I ain't trying to force nothing, but it helps your girl, okay? It helps us, our platform, if you will. If you want to make things official and truly become a part of our soul family, a part of the Aqua gang, go ahead and click that subscribe button, okay? And the notification bell, so you can be notified when I upload for this time, okay? Now, they are telling me to pipe down. Here's what I will say, okay, guys? Prior to the meditation, right, I pull the pre-shuffle, okay? I do a pre-shuffle on all the decks that I believe that I'm going to use, and I pull the pre-shuffle. And prior to the meditation, I was definitely feeling like a calm, very calming energy. It was like a drastic shift. It went from calm, and then it went to like sort of erratic, kind of out of control, sweaty palms, then back to calm. I have no idea. So there's a bit of confusion. Here's how I read that energy initially. I was relieved that whoever was feeling the peaceful, calming energy, it does feel like you came out of a cycle that may have been written with lots of anxiety, worry. I do believe the worry stemmed from another person, dealing with another person's bullshit, dealing with another person's fuckery, right? Like dealing with another individual. It does feel like a romantic connection, of course. This was somebody who brought upon a lot of stress, okay? Trying to listen, you guys. It's moving rather fast, the energy. Yeah, I feel like this person stressed you the F out. The stress wasn't unbearable, but it was definitely stress that you were possibly taking on unnecessarily, is what I will say. I do feel like this person quite liked that, you guys. They quite liked that you were in a stressful sort of energy. It sort of gave them the opportunity to play on any insecurities that they felt may have been there, any willingness on your end to take on that unnecessary stress. It gave this person the notion that you were more willing to have a relationship with them than a relationship with yourself. What I heard. Okay, let's get to the pre-shuffle, you guys. Okay, so the first card out, I'm living for you. I'm living for your energy. I'm living for this phase of your life. It does feel like a new phase. I don't want to say new cycle because I feel like some of you are still on the brink of hopping over into that portal for the next cycle. But this phase of your life, it does feel vindicated, right? It feels like you will be vindicated. It feels like you finally get it. And this goes across the board on all aspects and all levels of your life, right? Not just love. This also entails how you allow people to treat you in your workspace, how you allow people to treat you in your friendships, how you allow people in your family to treat you or engage with you, and your romantic connections. I love this phase. I feel like you're phasing out of that selflessness energy. I don't know where we got this theory from that you shouldn't be selfish, right? Of course you shouldn't be selfish to a fault, but at some point you have to be selfish, because I feel like you were down for making sure everybody else was okay, and you kind of forgot about yourself. So first card out, we have Swole. Whoever this person is, they are laser focused on how you're taking care of yourself. There's a lot of self-care going on here, whatever that might be you're doing. You may have started a new workout regime. You may have started a new diet. For some of you, you may have just started meditating. You may have started reading more. Maybe you're actually starting to go towards those new hobbies. There's just a way that you're pouring into yourself that's standing out to everybody, not just this person. But for some reason, this person, it has them nervous, okay? This is somebody who believes that the more that you work on yourself, the more that you realize, or the more that you kind of stand 10 toes down on your worth, the more ironclad your standards become, the less likely it will be that you will stay behind this gate that they built for you, okay? So for this to be a built gate, you have history with this person, you guys, okay? Only take what resonates, don't force shit to fit. I believe if you're resonating at this point, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are working on yourself to a level where they now feel neglected, and it also has them very worried about what you will discover, what you will find, what you will settle down with, possibly what you will go towards if you get out of this. This is somebody who believes that they possessed you, right? Like that they had you behind this cage. Now, behind this cage, I wouldn't say that it was unbearable, like I said. However, I feel like this person played it just so that you never quite questioned going outside of the connection for quite some time. I feel like you were always holding the big coin. You see what I'm saying? Gender doesn't matter. I feel like you were always holding all the chips. You were always holding the resources. You were always holding the brain power, the bandwidth, the wherewithal to move forward. You were always holding this form of currency. But I feel like for some reason, you still allowed this individual to get into position to where they felt like they were helping, or get into position where they felt like they could put you behind this gate, like you didn't have a ride, you couldn't get out of here, right? Like that you were stuck, that they were the ones who would dictate whether or not you move forward, whether or not you go towards something else, whether or not you, I don't know, work on yourself, think about yourself, prioritize yourself. It's very interesting energy. Now the Guardian and the Gate card is in the reverse. I feel like you have already come to a decision. You're no longer toiling or going back and forth in reference to whether or not you want to stay or whether you want to go, whether you want to work on this or whether you want to move forward, or whether or not it's even a thing anymore, right? Is this a thing of the past, or is this something that is still worth fighting for? It actually says you're not fighting for this, okay? Storm warning in the reverse under this woman holding a coin. I feel as though there's something about releasing this person's energy, or at least being a little bit more selfish. That's the word that they're using, you guys, and it's not a bad word in this reading at this point. You needed to get selfish. You was being too fucking nice. You was being too nice. And it's leading people to believe that you are a prisoner in your own world. Like they can come and just maneuver the chips, let the chips fall where they may, ask for what they want, shit on your parade. Like it's making people feel like they have too much freedom making decisions for you. Now, I don't for 1 second believe that anybody was making decisions for you. I wholeheartedly believe that you got into this positioning where you may have lost your way a little bit, you guys, okay? Meaning, having certain relationships, okay, it added some forms of value. Even if to curb that feeling of loneliness, right? Even if to pass time by, right? Even if to just not count an L, right? It's a little bit of ego there, where if you've worked on something for so long, even if that shit is falling apart, right, at the seams, it's in shambles. Ain't no Gorilla Glue gonna work, ain't no crazy glue gonna work, ain't no power tools gonna work, nothing is gonna fix this shit or put it back together. But just the thought of all your time and resources wasted is like, ugh, I can't. And the divine is like, but we have a whole beautiful world out here for you. You can leave this behind. This is literally pennies compared to the abundance that we have beyond this cycle. Why is this even a thought? Why are we even thinking about whether or not we want to stay or we want to go? Stay or go. Stay or go. Go or stay. Right? Definitely a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I feel as though that sort of confusion only came because you didn't want to be the bad guy. Like, you didn't want to, you tried your damnedest not to be the savage, okay? You tried your hardest not to be selfish, but you needed to. And now that you've stepped into this role, okay? Body looking good, skin looking glowy, you know what I'm saying? Them abs coming in, you feel me? You're definitely at the forefront of a lot of conversations. You are the talk, baby, okay? People are talking because not only can they feel it energetically, it's showing up. It's like illuminating your aura, okay? I do feel like you will have quite a few people interested. For some of you, that's not at the forefront of your priorities. You quite enjoy prioritizing yourself at this time. But this person in particular, they are extremely worried that your worth now threatens their ability to hold you back in this cycle, okay? Because they did feel like they had a lot of control, you guys. They felt like it was their choice whether or not you moved forward or stay back. Wow. I feel like this butterfly right beyond this gate is where the divine is trying to lead you. That is transformation. And depending on how long the two of you have been together, that's painful. That is a hard decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, you should have figured this out by now. This is easy. This is not easy. I'm just giving you the reason and why, okay? There's something about your timidness towards being selfish. And maybe this is something that you were taught in your childhood, right? Be the nice guy, be the nice girl, like be nice to people, be kind, be friendly. Yes, all the things, but when it comes as a direct hit to your own growth, that shit need to fly out the window, okay? They needed some fine print in those rules, right? In those morals. So let's pull a little bit more here, especially in reference to this person. Now, I do feel like this person or this individual, they would much rather have you in a space of worry, okay? Anxiety. They liked you there, right? Didn't I say that? I kept feeling like it was a back and forth. One moment I'm cool as a cucumber, bitch. Cool. I'm cool on you. I'm cool on all of y'all. Like, focusing on me is the lightest I've ever felt. Like, releasing those unnecessary responsibilities, you guys. I feel like you were taking on everybody's shit. And it had you down bad, at least emotionally. For some of you, an actual sickness, maybe a common cold or something to that effect, right? Like, it was taking a toll on your actual physical health. Please, guys, right? Like, this is why that notion to not be selfish, we got to throw that shit out of the window, right? Like, as grown adults, as grown people, because if you don't take care of yourself, especially your mental health, you're no good for nobody else. I know we're the humanitarians of the zodiac, but we got to be smart about this, okay? And I feel like this person played up on that niceness, on your, I don't even want to call it people pleasing, you guys, but that's what it's giving. I'm going to be very honest with you, okay? There's something very timid about your energy and not wanting to tell people no when you need to, not wanting to tell people no when you need to, is what they're saying. Why are you saying yes to shit that you really want to say no to? Okay? And even though it might not look like that is directly affecting your romantic relationships, it absolutely is. It is. You have to put yourself first, even before your children, if you have them, because you being in top-notch condition is going to enable you to be the best that you need to be for them, right? And you need to look more into cutting people off who have a problem with you taking care of yourself, who have a problem with you looking good, who have a problem with you taking care of your health, your mental health, your physical health. There are people around you, you guys. They do not like that shit, right? I feel like they may come off as if, oh, it's lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? Jokey, joke. Right? They may try to joke it off, but it's really an insult, like a backhanded compliments, all of that shit. You really need to take an analysis about people around you like that, okay? Now, this particular person, this person that you have this history with, I feel like this is somebody who's trying to mask their disparity, okay? I don't feel like they're in despair just yet, but they're panicking that that is the route in which they are going. Meaning, the longer you decide to stay in this energy of working on who you are, trying to figure out what it is that you want, working hard for what you want, right? Working hard to release any toxicities that may still have you believing that these people deserve a seat at your table and your resources any further. This person is panicking because they do realize the path in which you have chosen, okay? I believe most of you have chosen the path of that butterfly, which is transformation. How many times are you going to be down before you realize that certain people need to be cut the fuck off? And that is where we are right now. So let's pull a little bit more here. I want more details, Spirit, please, in reference to this person's specific energy. What does my Aquarius need to know in reference to this person's specific energy? Now, I was definitely turned the fuck up when I saw that garden in the gate card in the reverse, because it definitely feels like you made a decision, and I love that for you. You stepping outside of that gate is going to allow you to see the type of people that, yeah, you will be attracting in abundance. People who are actually on your level, people who actually want to see you doing well. People who are not trying to trigger your insecurities. People who don't want you anxiety filled and worried about what they're doing, or if they like you, or if they're into you, or if they're going to stay or go. Will they call you? Will they ghost you? Are they back for good? Fuck all that. I feel like that's where you are now. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that is what I kept hearing. Now, for some of you, you may still be in the back and forth stage, not knowing if you want to walk away from certain things, right? That may have been a constant in your life for quite some time. That's hard. Like I said, that's not an easy decision. But once you do, once you make that decision, baby, woo, we will have new love in the extended. I do believe that that is what's going to be waiting for you beyond this gate, as well as a huge financial opportunity. Now, I normally don't mix the two, but I just feel that. I feel that, okay, guys, heavily. I feel like whoever this person was, which is so sad, like, I feel like you helped this individual and you took care of them more than you took care of yourself. Now, I'm getting emotional because now I'm about to get mad, y'all. Like, what? I will not cry. You took care of this person more than you took care of yourself. And they didn't care if it was to the detriment of you. Look at this with the coffin card, okay? This is somebody who wanted you to lose yourself, right? Lose any sentiments of taking care of yourself. Lose any sentiments of self-love, you guys, okay? And things that would be good for you. This is somebody who feels like they thrived more if you were in a space of second guessing who you were, second guessing who the fuck you are. Hello. Man, that is crazy to me. That's crazy to me, you guys. I'm gonna try not to make this reading that long. I'm gonna try. But now they're pointing out this woman holding the coin card, because I feel as though they are pointing out that you took care of this individual. Okay? There were ways in which you were holding this person up, even if you did not know it, in reference to this card. And that has directly affected, even though we're talking about romantic love, they're bringing finances into it, because this person is a blockage. You being down, whether it be sad, whether it be depression, whether it be anxiety, all low vibrational energy, guys, right? You being in this positioning has been the blockage to some really abundant and damn near magical, like, financial windfalls. I feel like you may have missed one or two of them. Not missed them, because whatever is for you will never miss you, but it has been a delay. This is possibly the lesson that you were needing to learn. And I feel like you teetered on that line of not wanting to go out of that gate because you were worried about this person, but they're not fucking worried about you. That's my thing. That's what's really pissing me off, y'all. Oh, I'm mad. That's what's really pissing me off, because you worry about a lot of people is what they're saying. Okay, we are going to focus on this person in particular, but I feel like there's an array of people who would not give a fuck if you were in this positioning, if you lost everything. They wouldn't give it a second thought. Okay? And then they would live off of the resources that you have provided for them. You made people very, very comfortable. You put a lot of effort in. All of your relationships, you're very loyal. And I feel like you're not giving back the same thing. Yeah, these are privileged people. These are people who feel like you have to do this. When you're doing you're just doing this out of the kindness of your heart. This is why they're saying you need to be fucking selfish. Fuck these people, okay? You are the main character out this bitch. You need to be worried about yourself for now. People are gonna be mad. You're gonna ruffle a lot of feathers. Who cares? Who cares? Make yourself number one, you guys, and don't imprison yourself to this shit if you don't have to. Didn't I tell you that? Look, the second you walk out of that gate, we have new love. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. And you will have a lot of childish people, okay? People who will want to do some childish shit. Petty energy. That's what this is right here. You mustn't focus on that because you have something on the other side, but you have to choose it. You have to choose it. Woo! Let me, all these damn cards. I feel like you made people very comfortable and you tried your best to help everybody, especially this person, you guys. And they are panicking. Don't make any mistakes about that. They want you to view them as somebody that you need to work for their affections. You need to beg for their affections. You need to beg for them to stay around. And I feel like now you're just kind of like doing you. Making healthier choices for yourself. Being selfish. You don't see the benefit. For what? You had the key the whole time to let yourself out of here, but they would much rather have you in this imprisonment. And it does feel like a mental imprisonment, you guys. It does. I feel like this person always had you up in your head. Yeah, dealing with people who really don't give a fuck about if you're down tomorrow. Like I said, if you lose it all. But will be the same people when you're up to have their hand out. Do they add anything to your table? I think not. Do they bring anything to this motherfucker? No. It's just a handout every single time. And people get nervous when they think that that kind of plug, because that's what you were a plug for this person. And many of others is what they're saying. For some of you, you may, like I said, you may have experienced, don't force anything to fit, you guys, okay? You know, I'm rolling with my intuition. Take what resonates. You may have suffered from an injury, a sickness, some form of illness. Ooh. Throat chakra. Let me relax. It could just be your mental health, right? There was something where you, in turn, needed the support. And I need to know, out of the people that you have been helping, that you have been putting aside your selfishness for, who was there to help you? I want to know which one of them. And I bet you can't list one. Bet you can't. They seemingly disappear when you're not able to do anything for them anymore. Isn't that right? Is that the truth? So you're wisening up to this shit. You don't have to deal with this. That's what you're really needing to pay attention to. Now, keep in mind that tarot is fluid, guys, right? So we could be talking about something that is deemed to happen in the future, something that is currently happening, or something that has happened in the past. Either way, you are being told to walk through that gate. Walking through the gate does give me that energy of feeling like, damn, I feel like I'm selfish. I feel like I'm throwing everybody to the wolves by focusing on myself and walking through this gate. But they are urging you to really take an analysis of, even if this is hypothetical, okay? For some of you, this actually happened, where you suffered some kind of downtime, an obstacle, where you were the one who was in need. Or it could be hypothetical for some of you, where they're wanting you to at least have a thought about this. Please, we need you to analyze this. We're the most analytical zodiac sign. Please. If you were to be the one that was in need, if you lost everything, would they still be there? Would they? And I believe a great majority of us already know the answer to this question. Isn't that right? If you were the one in the disparaging positioning, would they be there to help you? Would they be there to support you? Do they even have the resources to do that? Or are they only there when shit is up? Fun and games, happy times, right? They don't want to be there for the supportive times in which it shows the integrity of a person. It shows the strength of a connection. In times like this, I just don't feel like this person would be there, you guys. I don't. Yeah. Okay? I don't. I feel like a lot of you would be surprised if something like this happened and you tried to turn to this person for them to be your rock, just to realize that, yeah, no, they wouldn't. They would disappear. And for some of you that actually happened, I want to beat their ass, yo. Like, I am getting angry. See? Obliging. I need to point this out because, listen, I don't say shit for no reason. And I don't even feel like you felt like you were being that way, you guys, but that is how it's coming off, okay? I don't want y'all beating me up in those comments. I'm just trying to keep it a buck with you. And I want you to thrive and succeed. And sometimes in order to do that, you do have to be selfish. And you have to call a spade a spade. Some people cannot go with you. And they've been actually blocking your blessings here. Because, yeah, the divine is not down for this people-pleasing shit. Okay? They know. They know all. So they themselves know that if these people were in a position where you were needing their help, that they would not be there. And that is an issue. This is why whatever they have for you in this next cycle has been taking so long to come through. For some of you, you already know what this is because you've been actively working on a goal. It's specifically financial goal, but we did see the Lovers, so we know that love is on the other side as well. But again, we need to please focus on everything written here. Disrespecting boundaries. How many times do people need to get away with this shit? Being taken advantage of. But I don't even think that you viewed it as such in the midst of this. You thought that you were being helpful. You thought that you were being a good friend. You thought that you were being a good girlfriend, a good boyfriend, a good husband, a good wife, a good fiance, right? You thought you were being a good family member. But what you didn't notice is if the shoe was on the other foot, nobody would be there. And this is what the divine is trying to get you to reconcile in your brain. Work it out. So that we can have this success that we've been working towards. I feel like most of you have already made this decision. The longer you teeter on the line, the longer it's going to take for it to come, but it will come. The moment you make that decision, you would have to be the one to do it though. Let me see here. Now, what do you have to say for yourself, little asshole? Yeah. They know, you guys. They know. And I feel like this person, like I said, they either played petty games in the past or they will in the future, but there's something about them maneuvering the situation just so you always kind of felt like you weren't good enough. Even if you didn't view it like that, that's how they were trying to play it. Because if you didn't feel like you were good enough, then you will always want to be in a position to make this person happy, to have everything be successful, to move all of the pieces and all of the parts of the puzzle. That's a lot of fucking work. It's heavy. Yeah, they always wanted to make it seem like the two of you weren't on the same page. Right? They was on the bullshit with this drama stuff. Clashing with one another when nothing really was a problem in the connection between you and this person. They just needed more. So whenever they felt like you were pulling your purse strings back or pulling your wallet back, right? I don't know what kind of resources you had in that wallet or in that purse, but it was very valuable to this person. So much so is if you were to pull it away, they would be without anything. They would be in a very disparaging position. They would lose everything seemingly. And that's a lot of power for one person to have. So what do they need to do? They need to not let you know that you're that powerful. The fuck? So seeing you do this is like, it has them frazzled, okay? Man, you can't really help people out, you guys. We have scorn. So this is somebody that has learned this a long time ago, right? This is somebody who has been doing this for a long time. They have been taught this. We have regret. Exactly. They can't stop this. Okay? No matter how much power or manipulation they thought that they were going to use, they cannot stop your success. They were never going to be able to stop it. It's just been delayed. That's all. That's all. See? Can't make it up. And the game is withhold emotion, withhold praise. There's no thank yous. There's no, oh, you really came through for me, babe. There's no, oh my gosh, I owe you one. What would I do without you? None of that shit. They gotta make you feel like, yeah, it's never gonna get there. Okay? That's too relationshipy. And that's gonna make you believe the truth, which is you really were holding this shit together. You really are a powerful force. You really have a lot of power. In fact, oh boy. All right, let's go over to the extended, guys, okay? I want to tie this up with a cute little bow. We will have a finance read in the extended as well, because I feel that very, very heavily, especially for those of you who have made this decision. Boy, are you opening the floodgates, okay? Yes, baby. But first, let's tie this up with a cute little bow, okay? I want to know what this person's hopes and fears of the future of this connection is. What are their intentions moving forward? Very, very important. Have there been any significant changes within this person's soul? Okay, I just want to go there with it, because we do have karma here. That'll let us know if there has been any form of transformation or an awakening on their end, just in case you want to know. I'm not saying you do, but I'm gonna look anyway. I want to know what the lesson was here, especially for you, right? Want to know what that needed to be, and that'll let us know if you have learned that lesson and ensure success as you're moving towards the portal of your next cycle. I then want to know what this person's next steps are going to be, so you can fully prepare yourself, as well as the best potential outcome, whether you decide to re-engage with this or go in the opposite direction. I'm going to look at both. No judgment, you guys, okay? What subconscious blockages are keeping you visible to toxic ass people? Because you're working on yourself. It says hard work, in fact. It's been really hard for you to make these changes, these shifts. We need to keep them out of your energy. What do you need to do that? Okay. I'm going to look directly from the divine to see how you can release that as well. And who's coming towards you? Okay. We're going to get straight into new love. Okay. Only the good, only the new, as well as the financial abundance. Only the good, only the new. What does that look like? Your finance message is going to be separate, however. Okay. I'm going to do a full financial message. But to wrap up your new love, I want to know, what's the vibe like between you and this new person? We saw the lover, so we know the attraction is there. I need to go a little bit deeper to make sure that this is worth your while, okay? What's the attraction between the two of you? What do they find most attractive about you? And what will you find most attractive about them? That will also let you know who the fuck this person is. And that's the one that you should be focusing on and spending your time with, putting your effort into, okay? What is this person's, why are they single? Okay, I want to know why they are single and if there are any warnings that you need to know about prior to committing to this person. And then we will see what the potential is for things to go all the way within the near future, meaning into union. Okay, then we will have your finance message. And lastly, I'm going to bring this back by popular demand. We will have an Ask the Universe reading. I'll give you guys the floor to ask a couple questions, but I'll have more instructions over in the extended, of course, okay? But first, click that like button, please, if you do not mind, as well as the subscribe button, guys. And I'm going to put the link for the extended down below in the description box. Certainly hope to see you over there. Let's go cut up. All right.